Long ago, in the sacred grove of Jetavana, where the leaves whispered like prayer beads and the wind carried the scent of sandalwood, the Blessed One, Buddha, sat beneath a flowering sal tree. Disciples from distant lands had gathered to hear his words, hoping to grasp truths that could free them from suffering. Among the crowd was a man named Lucien, a seeker from the distant West. With thoughtful eyes and a mind sharpened by years of study, Lucien had journeyed across oceans and deserts, yearning to uncover the essence of existence. His heart burned with a single question: what is the ultimate truth? After weeks of observing the master, Lucien stepped forward one morning, bowed deeply, and asked, "Master Gautama, what is the ultimate truth? What lies beyond thought, beyond illusion?" The disciples fell silent. The wind hushed. Even the birds seemed to pause. Buddha looked at Lucien calmly, eyes serene as a still pond, and he said nothing, not a word. He simply gazed at Lucien with infinite compassion. No teachings, no riddles, no parables, just silence. The moment stretched like the pause before thunder. Confused and disappointed, Lucien bowed again, though with furrowed brows. Was this not the greatest teacher? He thought. Had I not traveled so far for a single answer, only to receive none? He left Jetavana that same evening, walking alone under a sky lit by a silver moon. Years passed. Lucien traveled through India, meditated in forests, learned from sages, and fasted in the mountains. But it was not their teachings that stayed with him, it was the silence. The deep, bottomless silence of Buddha's gaze. It echoed in his thoughts like an unanswered bell, haunting and magnetic. At first, he resented it, then he wrestled with it. Then, he began to listen. He listened to the silence between his own thoughts. He watched the stillness between breaths. He noticed how truth was not always in words, but in being. One night, while sitting alone beside a quiet river under the stars, Lucien finally understood. The truth had never been something that could be said. It was not an answer to be given, it had to be realized. The silence of the Buddha had not been empty. It had been full, overflowing with presence, with compassion, with the pure isness of truth. That silence had been the answer. Many years later, an old Lucien returned to Jetavana. His beard was white, but his eyes now carried the same stillness that once lived in the eyes of the Buddha. A young monk approached him and asked, "Master, you once sought the ultimate truth. Did you ever find your answer?" Lucien smiled gently. "Yes," he said, "and I found it in the space where words dissolve. The Buddha gave me no answer because none was needed. In his silence, he showed me everything." Moral: sometimes, silence speaks louder than 1,000 scriptures. Truth is not always taught, it is realized. In the quiet spaces where the mind ceases to grasp, the heart begins to understand.